We love our dogs, but something that I realize not many dog owners actually do, and it's something that it could be easily done and it will help them so much, but a lot of us don't really do that, is setting expectations and telling them ahead of time when their world is about to change in some form of fashion. And I mean that it could be anywhere from, hey, I'm gonna come home a little bit later today, or we're going on a road trip together, or, we're gonna be moving to a different place. These are type of things that we as humans, we know uh, to tell ourselves and tell other humans what to expect, but we never think about telling our dogs. And I think that's something that it just really just occurred to me the other day. And this is something that actually adds a lot of stress to them for no reason. So especially if you're dealing with a dog that is somehow highly anxious or whatever, you might want to start trying this trick, right? So here's what I noticed. My boy, he he's not really an anxious dog now. Probably because he's older, probably because he's seen it all with me, probably because he realized I never ran away and I always came home. So yeah, so that's something that he has learned over time to trust me. However, I will say that looking back, there was one time I left him at the doggy daycare slash boarding hotel place for 2 weeks, and when I came home, he was not happy. He was really seriously pissed off with me. I think part of him probably thought I abandoned him, so he was rightfully not very happy with me. Uh, and later on, I realized, you know what, I could have set the expectation, and things would have been way better. So I tried that recently. So I take him on these long road trips with me. One of the things I notice is when I take him on these road trips, he expect to be in the car with me for, an hour or two, maybe even like, half a day or something like that. But he does expect to end up somewhere other than home, right? So I recently had to go somewhere and come back. And because he's getting older, plus he's a husky and he sheds a lot, so it was really hard for me to find someone that would take him in last minute to take care of him. And I don't really want to, leave him or take him to a hotel because he doesn't sleep well when he's in the hotel. And I'll talk about that later. So my plan was, really just drive front and back, to and back to my to our home within the same day, which is a long drive and took a lot out of me and also him. But I noticed after a whole day of driving, coming back home, he was not happy with me because he was like, well, we drove all this time and I thought I was going to end up somewhere exciting, not back home. So I've noticed that a couple of times. We've done this drive several times. So I started with the day with, hey, we're going to go on a road trip, but we're going to come back home, right? So you would think that he doesn't understand, he wouldn't understand something like that, but he did. He really did understand because after a whole day of driving and us coming home, hey, come back here, my boy. Go to your place. Go to your place. Come in. Good boy. He did really understand because this time when we came home, he was happy to go home. He did not give me a fuss. He did not do any side eyes with me. Yes, he does that. And so it was all good. I'll tell you another trick, another example. Usually when I take him, usually I come home around 6 o'clock. If I'm out, I'm always home around that time. So he knows between 6 to 8 is when he will expect me to come back. And really, lunchtime, usually, I'm here. I'm talking about when I'm not home, right? Sometimes I spend time, at home with him the entire day. But he can always expect to see me around those times. When even when I had to go to work. I'll always come back around that time, lunchtime, check on him. So I noticed that whenever I don't do that, when I come home, he's gonna, you know, make it known to me that um, I have violated our agreements. So I started saying, hey, you know what? I'm gonna be late today. I'm gonna be home a little bit later. So just so you know, guess what? He did understand it. So even though he didn't give me any indication that he understood, but he did. So especially if you have an older dog, right? Now I suggest if you have a younger dog, you should start doing that so they learn the language. But especially if you have an older dog, I will say to you, I'll say that my guess is they understand way more than you think they do. I won't be surprised right now. He's, understanding some of my conversation with you guys right now. He probably knows what we're talking about him. All right, so I'll tell you another example, right? So, what I've noticed is even some of the minor disturbances or changes in habit, he's going to pick it up every time, right? Every time when I travel light. I almost never travel with big suitcases and stuff like that unless I'm moving. So it's always a backpack. It's just backpack. I throw my, t-shirts or whatever stuff, that I need with me. And I usually travel pretty light. And he knows that. So what always surprised me was he could always tell when I'm traveling versus I'm just going outside, right? Because when I head outside, a lot of time I bring my backpack with me as well. So really as a human, I'm just thinking, well, if I don't tell you, there's no way you would know I'm going somewhere or I'm going somewhere for, extended period of time, right? But they do, like he does. Without fail, I have no idea how he knew. He just knew. So that's the other thing is, setting that expectation. Plus, somehow they will know that there's a change in your usual break in your usual habits. It really helps with their stress levels. Now, the reason I'm starting to pay attention to all these details is because I don't know if anybody out there, like, I've never had an older dog, right? He is the first that I've had. He's 10 years old now. So I'm learning basically the first time, right? So if you already know this, you're like, yeah, of course. But to me, it's new information. So for the first time senior dog owners out there, this is really a big learning for me. Is I noticed when he started getting older, the more sensitive he's gotten, right? He will pay attention to a lot more things that he wouldn't have paid attention to when he was younger. He did not notice a lot of things, now he does. He did not care about a lot of things, now he does. He did not, react, either physically or emotionally to things, now he does. Even something as small as just dropping him off at a daycare, and it didn't used to be a problem, but now if I drop him off at a daycare, at a place that he's never been, or go to a new place, I need to make sure that they have some of the basic stuff that he expect, right? For example, if he's going somewhere and there's a whole bunch of dogs, I typically avoid those places now, unless the host is very experienced. So because I've noticed that little things like that here and there really adds up, and I hope that all of these information really helps some people out there. And by the way, I made a video last time talking about making a decision whether to get him a dental cleaning. I haven't made that decision yet, but I think I'm leaning towards giving him a set of blood work to make sure he's good. But I am kind of leaning towards getting the dental cleaning done because, I think he's still kind of young enough to get it done. And maybe this will be the last time he gets, dental cleaning. And maybe I need to do a better job brushing his teeth going forward. Um, and because the apparently I read somewhere that dental correlates significantly with longevity with dogs and probably humans too. But we don't care about that. We just care about dogs. Of course, I'm kidding. All right, so that's it for the checking today. I hope everybody have a good day, and I hope all the dog owners out there, wish you the best. And if you have a senior dog, I hope your senior dog lives a long time, a long, happy, healthy life.